Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor. Today we are doing bounce back players at the quarterback position for fantasy football 2020. Got a list of some guys that didn't have the greatest year last year that could bounce back for 2020. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Big episode. Smash a thumbs up and let's get to it. All right, guys, welcome to the show. Joseph Robert, as per usual. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. It greatly means the absolute world to me if you smash the thumbs up. Again, very grateful. I'm going to be here delivering amazing content for you guys. All I ask is obviously that you consume the content and listen, because I want you guys to win your leagues. And of course, please smash that thumbs up. And of course, leave a comment below. When I'm talking, interact, guys. I get back to you, keeping it real with you guys. So leave a comment below. I'm going to be interacting with you guys. I greatly appreciate it. All right, bounce back quarterbacks. Let's get to it. Oh, by the way, get the 16-round draft solution, thefantasyfootballcounselor.com if you're listening in the car, and there's a link here below. Bounce back quarterbacks, going to start off with Drew Brees. Now, finished 21st last year in fantasy points, played 11 games last year. Wasn't the best season for Drew Brees, but listen, time to bounce back. That's what it's all about. Now, Drew Brees, I've owned him throughout the years. Not the most exciting guy week to week because he's got those boom-bust games. Now, I'm not recommending you draft him, but all I'm saying is he's going to bounce back. Again, banged up last year. Here's some interesting facts, okay? He had 281 attempts last year, okay, in 2019. That was his lowest in passing attempts since guess when? Yes, he's been playing that long, since 2004. Think about it. What were you doing in 2004? Yeah, he was already like in his third or fourth or fifth something year, right? So anyway, yeah, 281 attempts, a very low for him. Hadn't thrown that low since 2004. Passing yards, only 2,979 last year. Again, he was banged up. I'm not saying anything. But he hasn't thrown that low in regards to passing yards since guess when? 2003. Yes, what were you doing in 2003? Leave a comment below. Really curious to find out. Now, he did sign a 2-year, $50 million deal. Obviously, he's going to be here for another 2 years with the Saints. Should be exciting. Maybe he might retire after. I heard he might even get a broadcasting gig. Should be very interesting. Nice guy, very talented Hall of Famer. Get it, right? Future Hall of Famer. So when you're looking at Drew Brees, he's definitely going to bounce back, guys. Should have a good year. Now, in 2018, he was 8th amongst quarterbacks finished. 2017, he was 9th. So he does typically finish in the top 10, but you're going to get those volatile games, right? And then you got Taysom Hill coming in, could steal some volume. Who knows, right? So be careful with him, but he's definitely going to bounce back, obviously. Number 2 here. Again, no particular order. Just got some names. I got 5 quarterbacks here for you. This guy is Matt Stafford. You guys know who he is. He finished number 7 amongst quarterbacks in fantasy points in 2017 and 2016. So we know he's a top 10 finisher. He's a good backup quarterback for your main workhorse quarterback, whoever you decide to get, whether it be Lamar or Pat Mahomes. I'm not spending an early draft pick on Lamar, but Pat Mahomes, Lamar, Russell Wilsons of the world. He's a good backup, right, on your fantasy team. And I always suggest getting a backup. I talk about that in 16 rounds. But listen, he was injured last year. He was banged up, okay? He is going to produce on a relatively high level. He's got studs for receivers, well, particularly Kenny Golladay. So he's going to get the ball out to them. They're going to score touchdowns. He's going to do well. He's got Hawkins, and he's got some good talent around him. I think he's going to have a good year in 2020. Look for him to bounce back. Another bounce back player, didn't have the worst year last year, but Aaron Rodgers. Now, listen, he finished 9th, okay? 9th amongst quarterbacks in 2019. 278 fantasy points, nothing to get excited about, nothing to write home about, right? But listen, 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 4,000 yards-ish. That's definitely going to go up, okay? In 2016, he was a 40-touchdown kind of guy. In 2014, 38-touchdown year kind of guy. So you got to ask yourself, are his best years behind him? Is it the end of Aaron Rodgers for his, his pinnacle years? Is he going to see those amazing years? That's a big question. Leave a comment below. Really curious to hear if you think, does he still have a lot of juice left in the tank? Now, here's something very interesting. Devontae Adams last year, 127 attempts in 12 games. What was his name? I call him the Lizard, right? Lazard, whatever the heck his name is. And MVS, Marquise Valdez-Scantling, combined for a total of 108 targets, okay? 127 targets to Adams. Now, I want to see more. I want to see more volume. Back in 2018, 169 targets for 111 receptions for Adams. That's what I want to see, and that's what I think I'm going to see now. They leaned heavily on the run in 2019. I think that's going to change. I think they're going to throw more. So yes, 9 out of 32 quarterbacks, not bad for Aaron Rodgers in fantasy points. But I want to see him bounce back into the top 5 position. I think this could be a year he does bounce back. 2 honorable mentions here. I'm going to mention, I won't dive too much into them. Big Ben. Listen, he's going to bounce back. There's no doubt about it. He's injured last year. But listen, the year before, #1 in passing yards, guys. 5,129 in 2018. And #3 in fantasy points in that same year. So listen, Big Ben is a beast. And his whole team suffered without him. Bottom line, he throws a lot. He made Juju and Antonio Brown 2 top 10 wide receivers in fantasy production in 2018. I think it was 168 targets for Antonio Brown, 166 for Juju. The guy can throw. The guy feeds the targets, which can be really promising for Deontay Johnson as a fantasy football sleeper this year. So Big Ben coming back, definitely going to bounce back. This was Captain Obvious, I know. Another guy here, again, hasn't been to the pinnacle, but could have a better year. But I'm going to go with Daniel Jones here. Finished 24th in fantasy points. Listen, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, nothing to get excited about. But understand, terrible O-line and no receivers. So look for him to step it up moving into the 2020 fantasy football season and consider him a 2020 fantasy football sleeper. There you have it, guys. Those are your bounce back quarterbacks for 2020. I may do an updated video on this after the NFL draft. So make sure you guys are subscribed, plugged in, so you do not miss a beat. And of course, check out the Impact series. There is a link here below on YouTube. Very good series to give you guys specific fantasy football impact on specific players from the top YouTubers on YouTube. It's exciting. Subscribe, thumbs up, comment. I appreciate it, guys. I will see you in the next video.